come get it. Yeah. If you want it, come get it. Get your hands up. Ready, set, here we come. You ready, yeah? Hands up. Ready, set, give it all. Nothing left.
Alrighty guys, we're back. We've got another turnkey build here. This one's had the back end cut off of it, so we won't waste another second and let's get straight into it.
All the way, I'm going to another level.
So we've got a Toyota Land Cruiser 200 series here in the showroom. It's had the works. Creative Conversions have gone and chopped the back end of it. They've extended it to 650mm chassis extension with the 4495 GVM upgrade as well. So it came to us as a bare bone with nothing but a bull bar, a set of lights on it, and as a cab chassis. So everything else that's on it, we've completely decked it out. So we'll start up the front and we'll run through everything start to finish like we usually do. So the ARB bull bar up front, like I said, as presented, this is how it came to us, with the ARB spotlights as well and a Bush Ranger winch in there as well. Alright, so we've paired up the bull bar with matching side rails and steps, which we've had colour coded and matched to the vehicle's colour from Jared down at Fatal Effects, and he's done a wonderful job. He's also gone to town and done a custom grille, so he's done some awesome work here. So if you haven't seen Jared's work before, Fatal Effects, they do some ripper stuff and we use them for all of our painting. So underneath as well, we've also gone the custom Offroad stainless steel bash plates. It's a 4-piece bash plate that goes right from the front through to the back of the transfer case. So custom Offroad, we found, are one of the few that actually offer a plate to suit the diff drop, which this vehicle has. So that's something to look out for when looking at aftermarket bash plates. On the bull bar as well, we've gone the GME UHF once again with the shorter whip. So this is their AE4704B whip, which is a 2.1 dBi gain, which is just a good all-rounder. It's not too high, it's not too obnoxious, it's got good range and it works well. Alright, so we've got a nice set of wheels and tyres to go perfectly with the GVM upgrade. Once again, it's got that 4495 GVM upgrade using the Old Man Emu BP51 suspension done by Creative Conversions. So it comes to us already with the GVM upgrade in it. So as we work around the side here, we've got the ARB side rails and steps, like I said, which were colour matched perfectly by Jared down at Fatal. The tread plate just finishes behind the rear door, so it's still enough to be able to get up onto the roof rack and get onto those accessories and that sort of thing. So we've paired up the 4495 GVM upgrade with the Black Hawk upper control arms as well, just to help get that wheel alignment bang on. So moving around, we've got the Clearview Next Gen towing mirrors. Once again, a good all-rounder mirror, which are fully extendable with the top glass as a tilt and the bottom section as a convex mirror. So just allows you to see all sorts of different angles. So with a larger vehicle, especially one that's had one of our canopies, pairing up a set of good towing mirrors as well as our integrated Safety Dave kit, which we'll show you in the car, is a great combo. Moving up top, the ARB base rack. So this is the particular rack for a Chop 200 series, so it's one of the few that they actually build a rack specifically for a Chop 200 series. So we decided to go this way. It keeps it nice and slim. We can bolt a heap of accessories onto it, and in the traditional core way, that's exactly what we've done. So two steady 13.9 inch micros off each side, and then just the ARB base rack light bar up front as well. On the top, we've gone a heap of accessories. We've gone the self-light antenna up here on the GME fold-down bracket. So that allows you to get all that extra phone service and that sort of thing, and boost that reception when you're out bush, which if you've got kids, you know that's a must. We've also put the Max Tracks up there as well, so nice and easy access, mounted north-south across the rack, so you don't have to undo one side and then come around the other side to get the other side of the pins, that's all. So when mounting Max Tracks, I always try and suggest doing them north-south, whether it's on the passenger or the driver's side, doesn't matter. So we'll keep moving on. So some would say that the 200 series with one of these canopies is the ultimate Grand Tourer, and if you didn't guess it, this is our GTU canopy. So let's take a look and see what's inside. Alright, so inside we've got our standard GTU layout with our drawer arrangement here. This customer has opted to go for the 30 litre pull-out angle drawer fridge freezer, which is perfect for this customer's instance. They've paired it up nicely with the ice machine here, so it makes the perfect bar station. In the driver's side tower here, we've got our 3 large storage pockets for things like tool rolls and bits and pieces, that sort of thing that you don't want rolling around in the back, but are small enough to fit in here. I know Jimmy uses some of those collapsible fishing rods and they all fit in there just nicely as well. We've also got our switch controls up on the tower as well, so our air compressor switch here, a dual USB, as well as a 12 volt accessory outlet tucked in there as well. On all of our canopies and on the passenger and the driver's side, we run a quick track system with some quick release rings as well to secure any bits and pieces that you may decide to throw in here. So one thing that you don't need to just throw in the canopy on this side is the camp table, because we've designed and manufactured this way to store the camp table on the roof, as we thought it's one of those things that's always generally tucked at the bottom and things get thrown on top. And there's nothing worse than having to get everything out just to get the table out. So the boys in design have come up with this neat little idea to hold a 14-foot trestle table. So that's the first thing that you can pull out and set up, and it's easy as that. In the GTU, as well as standard, is our swing out Smart Tech hot water system as well. So we run an 80 litre water tank as standard. On some American truck vehicles, we run 2 80 litre water tanks. They are paired up with a 12 volt pressure pump as well to feed the Smart Tech unit. So a quick connect from the unit down to the taps underneath the vehicle here, and same with the gas. It's one of those things that with the GTU canopy, we always try and pair it up with the fixed gas system to make this process a little bit easier. But the fixed gas isn't a standard item, so make sure you chat to your salesperson about getting that included in your build. Also in the driver's side area here, we have our 9 metre retractable air hose reel. So it's just a quick style connect, Nitto fitting, and it's 9 metres, so it's more than enough to get all the tyres on the car, as well as a dual axle caravan as well. So what's a full turnkey package without one of our core off-road shower tent brackets? We've paired this one up with the Camp Boss Nudie Boss ensuite. Our shower tent brackets are designed to, I guess, pivot that ensuite at a 90 degree away from the vehicle. It just allows you to then, one, get into the canopy without impeding on the ensuite. Whether it's on the front of the vehicle on the roof rack, it actually pivots it away from the car, so it doesn't end up draping all down the side of the car as well. We do these brackets in a left and a right hand side mount depending on how you're going to mount it, but you can find all the details and all the specifications on the brackets via our website in the shop section. Otherwise, give the boys in sales a call and we'll guide you through any questions that you have. So around the back of the vehicle, there's quite a bit going on here, so we'll guide you through it. And to light the way, we'll turn on the rear lights from our Nomad rear ladder as well. So before we get too into that, we've got the 2 17 litre overland fuel cells. So just check with local council rules and regulations on fuel carrying on the back of the vehicles. I know some states and territories don't allow it, so check that before you go carrying fuel and gas and all that sort of stuff. Not just on the back of canopies, but on wagons and things as well. So we've also gone a spare wheel carrier off to the side on this vehicle, and of course the Nomad rear ladder. So the Nomad rear ladder has been super popular over the last few months due to its unique, I guess, sort of design. Being able to maintain a 15-degree rake from the bottom all the way up to the top makes it feel like more of a staircase rather than a ladder. So with the integration of all the LED lights up the ladder, it makes it easy to see at night time, and the switches on top so you can switch them off once you're up and in bed. So the first step is only about 150-200 mil off the ground, so you're not trying to climb up a massive step, that first one, and they're nice wide tread plates, making it nice and easy to climb up. And once you get to about here, you've got the swing up handle, so you've still got something secure and strong to grab as you climb up the rest of the way and climb into bed. So the pack up's pretty simple again. just the same in reverse. Swing that top section and grab this center bar, pushes it back into place. A couple of bungee cords to hold everything nice and secure, and that's it. So real simple and a real good addition to the back wall of your core off-road canopy. Alright, so now to the rear clip. So once again we've got our signature 3 light design. We've actually designed and manufactured this sensor bar here, which is integrated with rear blind spot monitoring and the parking sensors as well. It's something that we had to move from its existing location, reprogram and recalibrate into this location, whilst making the canopy look nice and neat, and it really keeps that core look about it. So along the rear clip here, we've got a few bits and pieces going on. So we've got a number plate light for when the vehicle does become registered. The license plate will go up there somewhere. We've got this little 5-pin WASA cable connection for caravan cameras and that sort of thing. We've got our 2 airbag valves here, so left is left and right is right bag, as well as integrating the factory reverse camera as well. So they'll come up on that head display still when going into reverse. And then we've also 3D printed this trailer plug housing as well. So this houses a 12-pin trailer socket and a 50-amp Anderson plug there as well for towing. On the rear clip design as well, what we've done here is where we've fitted things like our water pressure taps. So we've got 1 tap on this side and then 2 taps on the other side here. So we've got a pressure tap as well as our gravity feed and fill point as well. Underneath there as well, you'll also see the gas bayonet to the underside of the toolbox. We've also gone the trundle drawer as standard across the range of core off-road canopies. The trundle drawer lid, however, is the upgrade and is super popular because it makes that perfect workstation for putting the Weber barbecue on here or bits and pieces gas cooker. It's just another table that you don't have to set up. Also on this Nomad rear ladder, we've gone the Safety Dave twin camera option. So it's a wide and a narrow lens style camera through the display that replaces your factory rear vision mirror in the car. So when customers are fitting our canopies, they can't see out the back window, so that rear vision is just pointless. So having a twin camera option here is truly a must. So you're moving around to the passenger side here. The bushwhacker awning once again is standard across the range of core off-road canopies. So once it's fully swung out, you've got about 13.5 square meters of shade. You have 4 built-in LED lights which you can change between a white and an amber light. And I've also got the rear D-zip as well for rear access, rooftop tent, that sort of thing. So when that awning is deployed, you can still use the Nomad rear ladder to get up through the awning into the rooftop tent without having to pack it away. The bushwhackers come with a heavy-duty mounting bracket, but we use our own to just make it sit nice and flush, and we just go that extra mile by hardwiring all the inbuilt LED lights into the canopy, so that's one less thing that you have to set up when you get to camp. Into the passenger side now, where all the action happens. This is the ultimate sort of setup here. We've got our GTU standard layout with the addition of the C-Zone touchpad here, so that eliminates the need to have a vertical switch panel like we do as standard across the range. Everything's all on this touch panel here, and you can switch between all the different switches, and it shows you your battery voltage, state of charge, the whole box and dice. So everything you need is all on the one display, and it really maximizes the width that you can have of these drawers. So the C-Zone upgrade is a product from Enerdrive, and it really is a good one. Alright, so like I said, the C-Zone that we've integrated here actually only takes up about 50mm in a box sort of section behind this rear drawer here, which still gives you a heap of space in this drawer. As a standard sort of layout, a lot of customers do lots of weird and wonderful sort of designs or want to add coffee machines and all sorts of stuff. In my opinion, this is sort of the best layout. Just having all the drawers, having all that storage is key. This customer has opted for the Safari built-in induction on the slide. So we've positioned this in a way so it's away from the switch panel as much as possible. And you've still got a bit of a surface area here to put things like tongs or hot pots and that sort of stuff as well. So in the top push cabinet here, We've got our inverter switch and our standard fusion head unit control panel there, and also the top grid, which is standard in the GTU Canopy as well as two pretty large sort of storage pockets for all sorts of bits and pieces. So storage is key, as most of you who have used canopies and most of you have been out four-wheel driving and all that sort of stuff, and that's really something that we like to focus on here, is giving you as much storage and saving as much weight as possible while doing so. In our large canopies as well, we can upgrade the fridge from the standard 110 litre to the 140 litre. Now, Dometic are looking at a redesign in the near future, so those specifications may change. The Dometic fridge has this handy little lockout feature as well, which I really like, which just props that fridge door open sort of 5 to 10 mil, and allows the fridge to breathe when it's not on, so it doesn't get all smelly and all that sort of stuff. Alright, so the GTU kitchen pantry slide here, we run it on a heavy duty gas strut to stop it from vibrating and that sort of thing when it's pulled in, and then you don't have to release any latches or anything to pull it out. You can just give it a good yank and it'll come out. We run our two pins, one on each side of the table here, which just lock that table into place, and it gives you a nice flat working surface here. So once the table's out, we can control our kitchen lights here through the C-zone panel, which really lights up every pocket in the kitchen area, so you can really see everything that you're getting. Lights up that workbench nicely as well, and the best part is once the induction's out, it actually slides over the top, so you don't have to pack this up to use that or vice versa. It does take up a bit of real estate on the shorter canopy, so this is a 1900 long. When you're looking at American trucks and single and extra cab canopies, that center compartment there will extend and be a little bit further, so that induction slide will miss the bench. Another great standard feature on the GTU kitchen is the Travel Buddy oven as well. So these are a brilliant 12 volt marine grade oven. You can get roasts in there, you can do meatloafs, you can do muffins, scones, cakes, anything that you can do in the oven at home, you can do on one of these little bad boys with a bit of practice. Little cutlery drawer up front as well with our 4 dividers, which we allow the customer to put in any way they like, so you can put knives, forks and longer utensils at the back, however you decide to do it. And then as we move around to the rear, same again, just put our 2 pins, which just release into place as well. So once this side of the bench is down, this would be my least favourite side, in all honesty, because it's the worst job when you're out camping, is cleaning up. So we've tried to make that a little bit easier with our kitchen. We've got our mixer tap and our collapsible sink, which just fits in there nicely, and a couple of leads which just go to the water feed as well. So we do make that process as easy as possible, so it's one less thing that you and I have to stress about. Alright, so once again on this canopy we've gone the Taj Mahal of the rooftop tents. It is the Bundo Top electric tent, and it couldn't be easier to set up, especially through the C-zone here. So once we've turned our roof tent power on, we can press and hold the up button here. And it usually takes about 10 or 15 seconds for it to go all the way up. With the auto cut off, it's got a sensor there so that you can't overextend it. It'll just cut the power when it's at its full extension, and it pulls out that little veranda and everything like that. So it is really quite simple to set up. It doesn't take long, and it's not that loud for when you're coming in late at night. Alright, so that wraps up another epic turnkey build here at Core Offroad. The Chop 200 series is certainly a unique one, and I'd be keen to hear your thoughts. So make sure you drop a comment below, give us a like if you like the video, hit the bell for notifications as well. All that stuff really helps. If you want to check out a shop talk video that we've done, listen to me and the boys dribble on for a bit of time, talking GCMs, GPMs and what vehicles to buy, you can click here. Otherwise, more GTU builds down here. We'll catch you in the next one.